Hey everyone, Don and Ash here.
Hello.
Back for another reaction video. This time we're going to be continuing our Bridging the Rift series. This is part 5 called We Gave It Our Best Shot. We know in the last one we super enjoyed it. It was about like music and stuff like that and the whole
Yes.
musical process, which was absolutely awesome. They even included some like of the voice actors' takes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it was more just based on audio in general.
Yeah, no,
Um,
it was really, really incredible to see.
yeah, this one we gave it our best shot. I have no idea what to expect in this one, but it doesn't even matter because we both just fall in love with whatever they show us. The whole story is amazing and like goosebump inspiring. So I can't wait to hop into this.
Yeah, every single time. I can't wait to dive in either.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
All right, let's go. Here we go.
I'll give you the world if you prove you can take it.
Yeah, graffiti artists are actually insane because I feel like in your head you have to see the scope of the picture so much bigger than the area you're working on.
Yeah.
Too bad we're not all Dalsim. Then it would be easy.
Wow. That is sick.
Yeah, no, that's
when Arcane
awesome.
goes out, we will get death threats. Doesn't matter if we win every award in the world, we will inevitably piss someone off who really loves whichever character is in Arcane, and they will want to murder us.
The dark humor for you?
You know, I'm still anxious, right? We're 2 to 3 weeks to the launch, so maybe I'm completely fooling myself and it's gonna flop.
Let's have a look at that trailer for Riot Games' upcoming animated series.
So, it's like League of Legends Christmas right now?
Yeah.
Holy!
I got goosebumps.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's even like half as good as that trailer is.
Sometimes
yeah.
the question is like, how do you make something good? How do you know it's good? What if you don't know these characters? What if you don't know anything about League of Legends? Would you still engage in this?
I mean, we did.
Hopefully
Yeah.
we succeeded in the biggest thing, which was making League of Legends fans proud of their investment into the IP.
Jinx
Yeah.
framed against this beautiful stained glass that was probably once like colorful and cheerful and happy, but now it's shattered and broken.
The fact that somebody can make an hour-long reaction video off of like the smallest teasers that we've made is impressive.
Let's
Oh,
take
yeah.
a closer
Yeah.
look at this bit of animation because they're doing doubling. They're taking the character model and copying it gun barrel here, gun barrel here, gun barrel here, which is a technique that's stolen directly from 2D animation.
We dissected it like every frame, like it was spot on most of the time.
Her jaw unclenches as she opens her lips.
I mean, I can't imagine how much of those are going to exist after we've released a whole season of Arcane, like what everybody's going to say and what everybody's going to do and think about it.
We are looking so forward to being on time for season 2. That is so sick.
Wow.
A project that goes out, and if you don't like it, c'est la vie. It's like, no, it has to be good because it's this thing that our audience cares about so much, that we care about so much. So it's, you know,
What?
it's not easy to make decisions when you have that in the back of your head.
Dude, what? Is this like Dubai or something? Yeah, absolutely insane. Yo, did they just oh my god, was that like a big text gem or whatever?
Yeah, I'm feeling like I'm not ready for this one.
Nah.
I'm trying to save you from annihilation.
Good. Next.
I'm surprised what you can pull off when your life depends on it. Depends on it.
Because on it feels like it ends early.
I have never worked on animation before this project, which I actually always thought was a detriment, but I was recently told that that was actually something they were looking for, so I was like, oh, good.
That's pretty pissed. That's a little too pissed.
They put so much detail and so much thought into the animation, you really do want to match it, you know, like you want it to be just as detailed, just as nuanced, and sound as cool as it looks.
Wow, you're dumb.
So Andy is the sound effects mixer. So all the cool design, the weapons.
The sound is what I think really connects for a lot of people. Like they may not realize it. Same thing with like music. Music is kind of like a universal language. There's something about that, you know, sonic thing that gets in your ear that really, I think, helps bring stuff to life. Like when I go see a scary movie, I cover my ears, man. I don't cover my eyes, right?
I support counter Chancellor Talus's proposal for peace.
What was that, 5?
Yeah.
Split the diff.
I forsake you.
Drop the gun!
The goal is clarity in the end. You know, it's supposed to be like not noticed in a way. You know, if it's noticed, maybe it's done, you know, it's done wrong because it's like scenes are believable when people believe that they're in them.
Sorry, my watch went off. Totally ruined your soundbite, dude.
Shit. Redo. We should have had shirts that said Sound Bros.
Arcane.
I'm with stupid.
Yeah.
Welcome
Thank you.
to H150.
A giant empty room.
This whole room for just Brad and I.
Thanks, COVID.
You know, for just developing the soundscapes and kind of getting some temp mixes down. These rooms are perfect for that, and then we can go to the stage and kind of fine-tune things. It's very identical to Brad's. Exactly the same, actually, except for I have some plants. I'm a big plant guy, but obviously everything would die in this room, so I had to find the best-looking fake plants. Target. Target's got some great fake plants. These are motion picture MPSC awards. These were for Blade Runner and a game, Resident Evil.
A game.
Hopefully there'll be a third one there when you come back and film this for season 2 or something.
Sound design, when you're working in animation, you're working completely from scratch for everything.
And a lot of times it's easy to just kind of do the bare minimum of what's needed for the scene because that's just sort of the aesthetic. But for this, from day one, it was let's create a really, really authentic sounding production track.
Brad and I's job ultimately is to work on the relationship between dialogue, music, and effects to help sell a believable story.
I remember in our second episode, there was this council scene where Jace has to kind of answer for his unsanctioned research. And that scene just did not work for me, and the animatics and everything. And I looked at this script page and I was like, no, these are the right words. Like, they're saying the right things. The animation looked great. I was like, what is the problem?
It just wasn't like heavy
the
enough.
Materials were far more dangerous than I was aware of.
Sounds like how it was recorded
in
were against Academy regulations. The VO booth.
What I did endangered people. It was reckless.
But to sell the sheer mass of this room, you know, you add reverb.
It was revolutionary.
Revolutionary how? All I see is a boy meddling with things he doesn't understand.
The second there was that like feeling of the words just expanding into this eerie space, it felt like every word just mattered so much more, you know? And that was the first time that scene really worked for me.
Bee Gees, backgrounds. You know, backgrounds are, you know, what world is this character in? What's happening around them? What could be happening around them?
I feel like this is a very important factor for an MMO as well. For feeling like you're in the world.
Yeah.
And just like enjoying different
background
zones.
is sort of like our wallpaper, kind of like lays the foundation. And then sometimes it's a combination of stuff that you've recorded in the field.
We try to go out almost every, at least once a week or on the weekends. I'm constantly recording. Whoop. My parents have this kind of 4x5. But when I pitched down the recordings I did, I got this, the engine had this kind of repetitive, and I was like, that's basically the industrial Zon. You know, the steam releases are cool little air compressor bursts pitched down.
I really feel like you have to think outside the box to be a sound
really
person.
That next layer, right? Creating this whole level of realism.
For animation, it's huge.
The Foley crew was our good buddies at One Step Up. Dan O'Connell, John Cucci, totally crushed it. Each one of these tracks is, you know, somebody watching this scene and doing all the feat for that one character, going back, doing the feat for that next character.
Yeah, like Foley art is just
Footsteps,
insane.
Props, which is kind of like This is a prop when you set it on the table, and it has a sound. And then gear, which is like, you know, Vi has a certain jacket on with a buckle, and that buckle makes a sound. You can kind of get a different feeling on each person. Brad and I come from a world of creating game assets and characters in game where Foley is a huge player in games. So,
Yeah.
you know, our viewpoint on Foley is like, we need it and play it loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so essential.
You know,
Just to
Dan
hear
and
the
John,
Foley
what
sounds
they
kinda
did is,
funny.
like, their stuff is always 90% there and it fits in and it's great. But sometimes you need to embellish it.
The Foley on its own, it doesn't do what you need it to do, but like just the sound effects by itself. And it doesn't have that realism and the texture that you need from like something that's real. So together,
It just takes so much to make like one complete sound. Like there's so many different layers of one sound that it's actually just insane.
Yeah.
There was a lot of organic recordings and thought that went into sounds that came from the natural world.
Yeah, that's why I was like, you have to have such imagination.
I kind of pick up everything that sounds cool. Just keep it. The elk are just gonna start running into the building through the walls.
How do you like know after a while? Like I'm sure it's just like organization.
I took that and sampled it out.
Well,
50 cal bullet. How about castanets?
He's such a nerd.
Got a lot of weird shit.
That was a compliment, by the way.
For me, the biggest thing was the magic, like the hex core, and this is like the beginning and the origin of magic of League of Legends. Like creating something that tonally sounded new and was the beginning, and it had to progress through the whole season.
You know, I took some time and recorded some wine glasses. So this is pitched up and then thrown through a tremolator. And then it's also thrown through a Doppler.
They call it a tremulator. That's hilarious.
And then Brad messing with a bunch of different synthesizers and like a chimey tonal thing with a choir. Kind of has both sounds intertwined into it.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, the organization that must go into like a
like
sound
shimmer,
person's
like
library.
shimmer thing.
The biggest player in the shimmer
crazy.
is actually, that's your voice.
Well, that's hilarious if that's just how we talk.
Elliot! So just recording a ton of that stuff just kind of gave us this like weird palette of stuff to play with. You know, running it through an impulse response. It's taking that and then adding like a liquid kind of bubbly component to it, but
The one thing about Brad and I is we work together well. Like you create building blocks, as Riot likes to call it. Taking those building blocks and building on top of that and building more and more on top of that and going 6 or 7 steps beyond your first step, all of a sudden you've got something really cool.
and then putting on your sound editor cap. It's like taking all that cool stuff that you made, putting it up against picture and making really hard decisions about what to keep, what to get rid of.
I hate the editor phase.
Do you still
so
miss
hard.
stuff on those swords hits? Or the sword
When she's
swipes?
carving through it.
Yeah.
No. Are you?
I might play. What do we got? 3:30?
We have half an hour.
That was the initial design, which you kind of lose because it just sits in the register of the music.
Any sound designer can create amazing sounds, but to create clarity and to tell the story that the director is trying to put together, you have to be able to to pivot a lot.
Pivot!
So like these are kind of fireworks I recorded. Getting that sizzle on stuff. Nice little trick that I do is this. This is basically just a volume graph. But what I like to do sometimes, instead of tremulating the sound, I'll draw it in like this, which I do a lot on creature vocals and stuff. Where it basically gives you this. You see how it kind of cuts through a little bit?
All I can hear is little zergling sounds. That's literally all I can hear is them making their little purrs and stuff.
It just blows me away. Like, they're like, hey, we need a sound for Savika's plasma blade. You know? And he's like, hold my beer.
Right now, I am at my parents' house in the north of Germany. This is one example of me thinking of the Arcane story. There were definitely moments of being pretty overwhelmed, for sure. I mean, speaking for myself, I'm the kind of person, I work actually well under stress, except for when you have so many stressful things that you feel like you lose oversight, if that makes sense.
Yeah, getting lost in the
animation
paint.
over there, music over there, voice talent.
Thanks, 75.
Profits have been plummeting.
I think will be nice on profits have been plummeting to kind of to like have like those pop.
And you don't know if the scripts for less episodes are working, and the planning for season 2, and there definitely are those moments where you just feels like it just is too much. I think that's why the burnout rate for showrunners is like 100% in general.
Knowing that the show is going out in November, really I think it won't be real to me until it actually goes out into the world. And right now, the thing that keeps me up at night is trying to make sure that the next season doesn't disappoint. There's some other option, right? It's like
Good luck, bro.
die or, accept some things being imperfect, or something like that. That's kind of like the other path, right? That would be the way that they could go back to humanity.
I think we need to find a big structure. We feel we can simplify it.
The big hope, I guess, with this trip to Fortiche is to lock down the final episodes of season 2. The end that I won't talk about very much is one that is complex.
What else do you want to remove?
You can remove also the...
There's one thing about the ending that is new. We're like, oh, that's sort of the same beat we had in 206. Okay. That was sort of the thing we were hinging this whole episode around, and now it's not there anymore, so let's just redo the whole thing.
This part, I think, is just a particularly hard part of stories. Getting from your middle to the, okay, on track, final run on the Death Star, that kind of location.
How to wrap
It's
it
so
up.
hard to wipe the slate clean on something.
I think I just need to step back. I
Yeah.
need to try and figure this episode out without thinking about all the things that we've talked about.
I know. But we also don't want the baby to go out, Alex. We don't want to murder this baby with our bathwater.
What? Suggesting that we are filling it with more bathwater right now.
A lot of bathwater.
We're not dumping out the bathwater, we're adding bathwater. The baby is steadily drowning.
It's dark humor, man.
I'm circling the exact location of the problem, because when you say this is a little blurry or there is a bug here, sometimes it's difficult to just spot the right place and the right frame.
It's like, let me show you where it sucks. Right here.
As you can see, we can't see the shard behind the glass.
Who picks this up, bro?
The glass is transparent, so we have to see it. So it's a problem.
Problem. Right here.
I can promise you I never looked at that wine bottle.
Tu peux remonter en arrière, s'il te plaît, j'ai l'impression d'avoir vu un bug. Non, juste au moment où, un petit peu avant, on a fait image par image.
Fortiche and Arnaud and Pascal, I really, really, really trust them.
D'accord, ok. Non, je crois que c'est ça.
Their heart's in the right place, you know, like
This
you just
this
know
single frame right here.
always gonna err on the side of quality and passion.
Son bras, il doit être allumé là, comme ça, avec le. Où il est.
Non, il est éteint.
Hein?
Il est éteint. Il est censé être éteint.
On peut toujours apporter quelque chose de plus. Et c'est ça qui est des fois un petit peu frustrant pour nous parce qu'on est assez perfectionniste, c'est de se dire bon, allez, là, on lâche
Ouais.
le clavier.
Des fois, c'est un peu dur, ouais. Ouais.
The last shot of the last episode.
You locked the picture.
It's not so, totally lock.
It's never lock.
Until it's on Netflix.
Yes.
Hey! Kind of wrapping up last minute tweaky.
No, it still makes sense?
Yeah.
People always say, oh, when you work on something, you leave a piece of yourself. In this case, it's just like, it definitely took a chunk out of me. I think the best thing that I could somehow do and hopefully add some value is make stuff where we ask relevant questions and where we can show people different perspectives.
Looks like he was having a drink in like a bus.
The question is, can you ever forgive a monster? How far are you willing to go for your sibling? Is there a line where you just can't go for your sibling and you just have to say, sorry, this is where I have to leave you?
What could have been?
Is that better? I don't know what you just took out. If there's anything that we can achieve with Arcane past just the sheer entertainment, if there's just some good questions to ask for all of us and find our own answers, man, that's, I think, the best thing Arcane could do.
The audio engineers blow my mind. Definitely a song that's gonna stay with me forever.
Yeah. Hands down.
Arnaud comes in, he's like, the line!
Now we're done.
Man.
It's going to be the first media product in the history of the world to launch everywhere, including China, at the same time. And we got Netflix and Amazon to actually partner because we're live streaming it on Twitch and enabling our players to restream it. Like crazy shit you'd only do at Riot ever that no one's ever done before.
I really think that Riot has pushed the envelope on so much in the gaming sphere, in the media sphere.
Agreed.
I don't just want to say gaming.
Welcome Alti and Christian Link to the premiere stage. How
Mad
many things have
goosebumps.
You spent 6 years on one project for in your life. One single thing have you spent 6 years for before?
Marriage? There you go. I mean, it's been pretty crazy to realize that the day's finally come. You know, we've been working on this for a long time, and it's finally here.
We certainly didn't expect anything on this caliber for the release of it, so it's very cool.
It's just, I think, really important to us that we create something that our audience can be proud of.
First of all, the way Alex has his hair done up is just classy AF. What is this? My name is... What is this?
Okay, I'm not putting on trousers though. That's where I draw the line. If I was somebody who was actually there, I would hate being followed by a robot. That being said, as the robot, I have no problems with putting somebody into a vaguely uncomfortable situation. That is, they have to talk to an iPad that is on a stick. I am 100% interrupting something here, haven't I? I'm on YouTube. Wait, you actually know who the fuck I am? Yo!
I'm a huge fan of your stuff. I watched all your videos.
I'm a huge fan of your stuff, believe it or not.
Oh, it's
I mean, the
Necrit.
dream
That's
in the
hilarious.
past was always that League was the start of so much more. But, you know, fan expectations only go up, and they're high.
Yo, that dude on the right's jacket.
I'm lucky.
Yeah.
I've had a long association with Riot because I played Braum in League of Legends. It's like,
Oh!
I'm Braum.
Oh my god!
How does the strongest master?
Oh
There it is.
So like,
Yeah,
the
I'm like-
responsibility of this is kind of scary because I mean, look, it's like the anticipation from the fans. It's just you can feel it. It's like tangible, even on the internet. You can just feel it.
My
Yeah.
agent sent me out for it, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool." You know, a black kid. He's a scientist. He's super sick. You know.
He
And
even looks
then
like
when I
Echo.
got in, I was like, "Oh, this is a lot bigger than I thought."
I'm sure you've been to a lot of premieres. This is much different, right, than most?
It's a lot cooler than most, I gotta say.
Oh, it's why.
He's doing it right.
This is the production value. This is like so incredible.
Well, how do you approach this challenge?
Yeah, I don't know. I think the universal themes
What?
of hating someone you love and loving someone you hate is just very relatable.
Doing something like this, you never really know sort of what the end result is going to look like. But the team behind this is absolutely unbelievable. And from day one, I knew that I wanted to be involved. I just can't wait to see what the players and what fans think of the show. I'm very excited.
Yeah, yeah.
I have to say, I've never been as proud of a job. Finally, now actually it's out, and anyone tonight across the world can turn on Netflix and watch it. That makes me really happy.
I was just gonna say.
He kind of looks like Victor.
That's what, yeah.
Should be very special. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be too afraid to really see what the reactions are. I think I'm just gonna watch it, and then I'm just not gonna look online for as long as I can. We've poured like 6 years into this, you know. The idea of having just someone go, meow, it's just like, I think it would just be brutal. All I can safely assume is that the League audience is gonna be unmerciful. Whichever way that goes, you know. If they love it, they will probably send me baskets of food. If they hate it, they will send me baskets of shit.
I think that it doesn't even matter how long you've worked on something. You pour your heart to anything, and it's just not a very fun feeling when it's not reciprocated to the audience that you wish it would be.
Yeah.
I'd be so nervous for him right now.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I wonder how much of that audience is actually the people working on the show. You know, it's funny. Actually, the voice actors, that'd probably be their first time seeing it.
Yeah.
That room is sick.
Wow.
I can't imagine experiencing it in that room. Somebody has to know. They haven't. I mean, like, is this in China? I think it is because they introduced this whole event. I think it's in China, but if I'm wrong, somebody let me know. But like, honestly,
when Christian sent me the first cut of the last 5 minutes of episode 3, I bawled.
Yeah.
I was straight like ugly cried.
Yeah.
It was
I was
just-
gonna say.
Sorry, I didn't even think about it.
Exactly. You made that whole room fall.
The guy has a mask over his whole head.
People work so hard trying to do justice to people's expectations, and they're doing it because of this love, you know, and sense of responsibility to not let players down. Just makes us incredibly proud to see, you know, the reactions and see those things actually happening.
I was gonna say, China's just technological prowess is insane. The things they do are insane. Like, I remember the first time I started seeing like drone shows in China, and I was just like, what? It's actually crazy if they watch the whole thing through.
I was just gonna say, unfreaking
Like,
real.
no, if they had to watch all 9 episodes, dude, no way.
I'm just super proud of the team.
Three, I
I'm super happy for Christian.
And then all the people that helped make it happen, like hundreds of people worked on it to bring it together, not to mention the thousands of writers that built the IP that we were then able to translate into this. So the feeling that we really wanted people to have is that we handled that IP with care and love.
Love you, man.
Yeah, no, they did great.
I'm so happy
Like,
with it, bro. How do you feel?
great's not even the word.
I haven't looked at my phone at all today, so I'm going on the assumption that everyone hates the show and we're canceled, and this is the last night of joy we're gonna have in our lives.
Yeah, how humble.
Any reviews or anything? No, I haven't touched my phone, and since I sat down, I don't want to see it.
You don't even want to. You're like,
You're gonna be happy though.
still watch it.
Act 1 review. Netflix. Dude, I'm so proud of you, man. Well,
Focus.
My expectations were like, it's gonna be good. But after the finale, what a fool I was. It was so brilliant.
Today we're taking a look at the new Netflix show Arcane, and I want to just start by saying it slaps.
That guy's ugly crying.
Oh wow, that's lit.
That's lit.
I don't know, I'm so overwhelmed. Mainly gratitude. I'm so proud of what this team, like the excellence so exceeded my expectations, and I know very well how ridiculous this climb was.
I literally said to him, I remember I said to him, if it goes down, we'll go down with the ship. I literally said, you can have my job. Like,
He's like having a moment, man.
Yeah.
Aw.
Merci à Christian pour la confiance, the trust, you know, the trust of Christian in Fortiche. At the very beginning of Fortiche. Thank you, Christian. Thank you, everybody. Et maintenant que la soirée commence.
There's like tears in my eyes. I'm super proud of him.
I know.
Wow.
Il y a beaucoup de gens qui étaient
Holy
investis
crap.
dessus, et je pense que ce qui a fait aussi la force et la qualité d'Arcane, c'est que tout le monde était très passionné, a toujours été très très motivé, quoi.
Je pense qu'il y avait cette idée un peu de se dépasser, de ne pas rester sur ses acquis et de prendre des risques quelque part. Et je pense que ça, c'était payant, hein, aussi.
I was at dinner recently with the directors of Fortiche, and they said they're very happy right now because when they got into this industry, they really wanted to create something to be history of the animation world. And they were smiling and they were saying, it's such a relief that after 6 years now, they feel like they know they worked on something that is part of animation history. Doesn't matter if the project is like a wild success or it's doing fine or you know, worse than that. If anything, we've crafted something that pushes the animation world forward by a significant margin.
Yeah. To say the least, yeah.
Wow.
It's nice getting above it all, huh?
The fact that we can spend 5 hours in just Piltover and Zon, and then do it again in a second season before we start to zoom out of this one little corner of the world and this handful of characters. Just the possibility space is so wild. You know, Alex made a comment to me last night. He's like, I could see myself telling stories in this universe for the next 30 years.
It's a small miracle that this TV show got made, and it's a smaller miracle that so many god tier artists came together to work on one project, and you can't not be proud of what they did. So yeah.
The other blessing and a curse for me and Alex is like we're never satisfied and we always want it to be better. So no matter how much you think you might know about what's coming in season 2, there's always going to be tons of new stuff to discover. I think people are going to be really excited about what they find.
Oh man.
You don't say.
The reason
Yeah,
why I
like-
joined Riot is because I liked playing the game. I loved it. I think when Alex and I were starting to talk about
making something like Arcane, we just thought that this should exist because we want to watch it. We love these characters. We love these worlds. I think maybe my favorite thing above all of Arcane is that I am very confident in saying that there's many people who work on Arcane right now that feel like they're working on the most important thing of their lives, like their careers. I feel like people feel like they're challenged, they're working on something that's gonna matter, they're gonna look back to and say, yes, like that's a proud moment of my life and I'm happy I worked on it. And that to me is probably the most important thing.
Wow. Yeah, okay.
Man.
All right.
How, like, nerve-wracking, but also so surreal for them. Just, like, watch that unfold in that room and, like,
Yeah.
all come down to that moment, essentially.
Yeah, I don't really have much to say about that. Like, I can't. It's hard for me to watch these and not. I don't even know. It's just. It's. Yeah, I don't. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like, it's. These are very. I've already said it before. They're not even. I feel like I'm running out of stuff to say. They're not. It's not even motivating. I just want to go cry now. I just want to like turn off the camera and go cry now. Honestly, because these are very. I can't explain it. They just they really make you believe that you can do something in this
It's true.
in this life, I guess.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah. Cool. That was very good. Clap, clap.
Yeah.
I'm overwhelmed right now for sure, and I just want to go cry. Wow. Is there only one more? It
Yeah.
only goes to 6. Great.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah. So, hopefully you guys like this reaction.
It was really enjoyable. Like, we didn't know what this episode was gonna bring. But man, there was so much, and like, again, just seeing that end process and like those final moments, final weeks is just like very incredibly like humbling to witness or be able to see.
Yeah,
And again, I can't even imagine what they were like feeling and going through. Like, just absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it's you definitely like appreciate being you feel like you're it's just very like humbling to be part of the process. Like it's very obviously they didn't need to come out with any of these, but I feel like it's like um I just feel like I want to be like thank you for putting these out. Like thank you for uh opening up that side of my mind even if it's just for the times that I watch these. So even if it's just like this video is 36 minutes, even if it's only for 36 minutes or you know, thank you for reminding me of thank you for making me feel like I can like reach the stars again or whatever. It's just like
Yeah.
it's a I feel like it's an inexplicable feeling when somebody truly inspires you by triggering all the emotions that you might suppress or be hiding or be not willing to face. Which don't necessarily have to do all the time with sadness and stuff like that, but um they obviously dug really deep, they being every single person that was on the part of this production. And I feel like the show is so it makes you like it like strips you down to your core and like really makes you like it's I want to say the reason that so many people ugly cry throughout the show and especially in episode 3 is not because it's amazing. It's because um it showed us a part of ourselves that we might have ignored for a long time.
Yeah.
I feel like the
Yeah.
show did that very well. It brought a lot of everybody who watched its emotions to the surface and kind of just put them in front of your face when you didn't want them to or when you weren't expecting it. And damn. There's so many moments, where it was just like past understanding, like so
Yeah.
overwhelming.
Yeah. It definitely like, made you feel like super human.
Yeah.
Like in every aspect that it could mean. Um, yeah, no, they did such an incredible job.
All right.
I'm like, there's no words.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
feel like
fumbling for words now. It's
yeah,
just
I
like
feel like we're running out of words, so
yeah.
we're gonna wrap it up. This was awesome, honestly.
We're
Like,
left speechless.
yeah,
That's probably a better way to put it.
yeah, like Ash was saying just a couple minutes ago that the premiere, like the show, which I think is in China, when they were talking about premiering it at the same time, getting Netflix and Amazon to partner on this and showing it everywhere at the same time worldwide. That was amazing. It was cool that they included some of the reaction channels that reacted to it right off the bat. We can't wait to be one of those reaction channels that reacts to season 2 when it comes out right
Yes.
off the bat. I would lose my goddamn mind if I see my face in like some sort of bridging the rift on season 2. I'm bro. I'm never making another video again. I'll tell you that much. No, this is super cool. So we can't wait to watch part 6, which will be the final part of it. Congratulations to everybody at Fortiche.
Yes.
Not only did the show make us cry, but there's a lot to take from the real life story of Arcane.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to call
Yeah.
this. The real life story of Arcane is just as beautiful and just as inspiring. I'm almost going to say, if not more than the show itself. And the reason is because these are real people. These are real stories. These are real lives. And you know, in Arcane, it's fictional, relatable situations, but fictional characters. So, I think this is one of the most beautiful stories I've ever had the privilege to witness.
Yeah. Yeah. You said it perfectly.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna wrap up there. Please, if you guys are enjoying watching these with us, share your thoughts on this episode. Like we always say, if you're in the industry, want to get into the industry, or you just as a fan, as a viewer, or maybe player of the game,
Yeah.
you just really love this entire intricate story that we all hope continues to grow from here for as long as it can, and they continue to harness that magic for as long as they can. And as always, please like, share, and subscribe. And we will see you in the last and final reaction to anything to do with Arcane until
At the moment.
until season 2.
Yeah.
That'll be our last Arcane related video. So it's been such a pleasure to watch these the whole show and the whole Bridging the Rift along with you guys. After this, we gotta wait.
Yeah, I'm like, what a journey.
Yeah. After this, we gotta wait. So we'll see you guys on the flip side after that. One more though. So that wraps it up. As always, please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. All right. Bye.